Rachel paced the convenience store aisles, paying little attention to the packaged foods, the stacked cases of beer, the 3 donuts left in the bakery case. All she noticed was time ticking away at the rate of 2 strides per second. 4 seconds per aisle, turn. 4 seconds more. With each step, something on the sole of her left shoe clung lightly to the linoleum. It didn't alter her pace. She would stick to her pace until her ex pulled into the parking lot with their daughter. He was late. Still no text. Still no call. 3 minutes, fine. He'd been 3 minutes late with the handoff before. 5, 8, 13, 18. She checked the map app. No signs of slow traffic anywhere near. No accidents or high water, despite the rain darkening the sky. She gripped her phone as she paced, hedging against thunder drowning out the sound of a call. If he was driving, navigating slick roads, and maybe Hannah getting cranky as dinner time approached, she didn't want him answering a call, fumbling for his phone instead of keeping his hands on the wheel. Chip aisle. She scanned for snack options. Wouldn't be the first time he'd failed to account for normal toddler pickiness and returned her hungry. Candy. Automotive accessories. Energy drinks. She pulled up next to the sunglasses display, where she had a partial view of the parking lot between signs for the Texas Lotto and a flyer for the local high school's year-end musical. The phone rang 4 times before someone at the host stand picked up. "Thanks for calling Elixir. How can I help? Is Sergey there?" He wasn't supposed to work during his custody weekends, especially when his mom was out of town. Didn't stop him from dragging her daughter to the brewpub. She got a cheerful, "Hold on," and curled the phone to her clavicle to avoid listening to the recorded upbeat spiel about new summer beers and Thursday trivia nights. It took deliberate effort to avoid memorizing it. She turned towards the magazines, but all the glossy covers under fluorescent lights made her queasy. She could practically smell the competing perfume samples in the women's mags, and as for the men's stuff, no. She didn't need to be yelled at by a bunch of cars and boobs. The voice returned. "Sorry, can't locate him for the moment. Can I leave a message?" She managed politeness as she declined. Not this guy's fault his boss's voice snaked through her mind. "Pestering my employees now, Rachel. Try a little self-control for once, can't you? Stop acting like every half-formed thought that makes it into your head constitutes a national emergency." She flinched, and then glanced at the man behind the counter to smile an apology for making a spectacle. He shrugged back at her. Setting an oat bar and juice bottle on the counter, she searched for more time-consuming distractions. Even if he'd just left work, they'd arrive within 10 minutes. She would do herself a favor and not spend them counting the seconds. Back to the sunglasses rack and the partial view. Not that seeing the parking lot magicked Sergey's car into it. At least the rain had slowed to a mist. Rachel sighed and uncrossed her arms, the better to rotate the display of eyewear. She alternated trying the white-framed Jackie O style and the smoky aviators, as if choosing was the weightiest decision she'd faced in the 1,000 or so days of her daughter's life. Maybe the glittery purple pair with star-shaped lenses. Hannah would adore them, but she couldn't picture cycling to the daycare wearing them. They'd probably bash the underside of her helmet. Just past the slim strip of mirror, she caught sight of the dark, sporty SUV that still twisted her stomach 5 months after he steered its shiny rims off the lot. Sergey was still paying back child support from his between-jobs periods, but his silhouette at the wheel was as nonchalant and above it all as always. She was at the vehicle before the door chimes had quieted. He was bent into the back to retrieve their daughter. Fine. No matter how it galled her, getting loud directly to his smug face still gave her the shakes afterwards. So she ranted at his narrow ass. "We have a schedule. She has a schedule. Did you ignore it the whole time you had her, or only this afternoon? How is she supposed to? Who the hell are you?" Theo cut off his one-sided conversation with the toddler and, hitching the overnight bag higher on his shoulder, turned to locate the owner of the royally pissed voice.